Good morning. Good morning and welcome on this joyous Sunday to the Center for Spiritual Living, Eugene's Sunday morning meditation. My name is Linda Lundry Starr, and I will be leading this morning's meditation. So if you would, please join me in just taking a deep breath. And just blowing it out, feeling the ground beneath your feet, the chair beneath your seat, knowing that we are fully supported in all moments. We are divinely guided, inspired, and supported by a presence that knows only good. It's with us always. This morning I'm sharing a reading called I Am Vitalized by the Strength of God. For those of us that remember and appreciate the contents of Scripture, it begins with, I shall be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. That comes from Isaiah. And just relaxing with another deep breath and breathing in all that life has to offer. And exhaling with joyous expectancy, knowing that with my next breath, only good and more good comes to me. If God is all the life that there is, then this life contains the only energy that there is. If we're really hooked up with the eternal, everlasting, and perfect energy, then we should never become weary at all. And when we have an enthusiastic and glad outlook on life, we seldom do become weary. Therefore, we must convince ourselves that we are vitalized by the strength of God. And we must do something to ourselves that makes it certain that this infinite energy will increasingly flow through us. It's up to us to make the decision to follow the course of affirmative thinking and prayer and meditation that will continually keep the stream of divine energy flowing through our minds and our bodies and our affairs, animating everything we do with the vitality that knows no weariness. And on this I ruminate. I shall be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. Today I am energized by the vitality of the living Spirit. Today I am energized by the vitality of the living Spirit. All the power there is, all the energy and vitality there is mine, and all the enthusiasm for life, the glad expectation of the more yet to be, and all the gratitude for what has been and now is also mine. Every weight or burden of thought or feeling falls from me, and I am lifted up into the atmosphere of that energy, that vitality that knows only the joy of its own being and the strength of its own being. I am one with all of this, vitalized, energized, and magnetized by the living Spirit. This energy is never depleted. It is never lessened. All of it is present right where I am. All the enthusiasm for life is right where I am, and all the joy in living is right where I am. Everything within me then, today, and every day responds to the thought that I shall be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. And as I begin to bring myself and my awareness back to the room where I sit now, feel the circulation in my body as I wiggle my toes and my fingers. Viscerally, emotionally, and with my full mental self, I step into the magnificence and the vitality of spirit that is mine. I feel my shoulders begin to straighten as my gaze begins to lift. Knowing my divine appointment and my divine birthright as a child of the Most High. I allow my awareness to be overfilled with joyous expectancy. More good and good is mine to receive. More good and good is mine to give. And we live in the abundance of spirit with gratitude. And so it is, and amen, ashe.
Good morning and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. Please come on in and have a seat. My name is Radiant and this is
Kathy Day.
And we are grateful members of your Joy Notes song leading team. If you are willing and able, please rise on up so we can sing a couple songs. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Every time I open my heart, I receive all that I need, knowing that God is my source. I relax and let it flow. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. And so it is. If you'll please turn to your neighbor and greet them. And now, if you'll return to your seats, we'll sing our second song.
We got another one.
Open wide my heart. 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 And so it is. If you have any devices, silence them now, please. And thank you for coming to celebrate this beautiful Sunday with us.
Thank you, Radiant. Thank you so much. My name is Sister V, and I'm a practitioner here in training. What that means is I'm taking courses to be a practitioner, and we have such lovely practitioners here today. We just want to welcome you if you're here for the first time. We welcome you if you're here for the 10th time. We welcome you if you're looking online. We're so thankful that you're here today or any day that you're watching. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. To know more about our teaching, I suggest our library, and our bookstore. We have books that you can check out, folks, that you can find more out about the principles that we live. Most of it is joy, love, peace, harmony. That's what you find when you come here. That's what I find when I come here. I'm so grateful to be here because just finding the joy in the little things every day. When I was coming here, I was running a little bit late, but I just took my time. And you know those roundabouts? So I'm just, cruising along. I'm on my way to CSL Eugene. And I just slowly go into the roundabout. Well, there's a car just whipped by. And I said, well, I guess she was in a hurry. I'm glad I wasn't going much faster. That's how the universe takes care of us. Because I was in my own world thinking, I was singing about angels being around me, actually. And that's basically what happens. And I just, encourage you to find out more about this. Get this stuff in your soul. Get this stuff in your spirit. Today, I don't want to go on, but I was just so joyful today, just finding that little piece of joy. And I wanted to share that with you guys so you know that this stuff is real. We're not trying to convert you or anything. This is not a cult or anything. This is just basic, simple principles to inspire our minds, to open our hearts so we can, live graciously, beautiful lives with this teaching. I'm so grateful for you all to be here. And I want to share with you one of our global visions, okay? We see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with his or her highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. And so as we go on with our service today, keep that in mind. Just bury that down, deep in your mind, deep in your spirit. And we're going to continue on. Set the tone. Our practitioner's going to come up and give us a little treatment. But before that, we're going to sing a song. Thank you so much, Ray.
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come, for we are one. We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come, for we are one.
We are one. Thank you very much, Sister V, for bringing your full self to us this morning. I don't know that everyone recognizes how much generosity Sister V exercises by coming to be with us on Sunday morning right now, but we know and we see you. Thank you for being here. We have a tradition in the Science of Mind Faith tradition of affirmative prayer. We speak into spiritual law and into some might call it the atmosphere of the universe, what we want to see in our lives and what we know is already ours. Because the abundance of spirit it is all that it is, and it is all that is all that is all that is all. And it's all right here for us to be aware of and to accept as our own. So closing your eyes if it's comfortable, just take in a deep breath with me. And feel it. Whether you're sitting here in the sanctuary or in your car listening to us on MP3, or if you're in the comfort of your own home, Know that we are connected in spirit, now and always. That there is only one thing, one presence, one powerful movement that we are all a part of. The source, spirit, God, Buddha, it has so many names, but yet not one name encompasses all that it is. God is all that we are, but we are not all that God is. It is vast, it is infinite, beyond anything our human imaginations can take us to. But yet it is. And knowing the omnipresence of the Spirit, the God ever indwelling presence, I recognize that I am an individual expression, emanation of this being, of this presence, of this magnificence, as is each person sitting here with me in this room, sitting at home, anyone hearing my voice in this moment. And everything that we see, hear, even our soul patterns that we feel as we move through the world, it's all God. In, through, and as each one of us. With great conviction in this truth, I know and claim health, wellness, vitality, abundance. I claim all of the good that's coming to me and even more, and all of the good that I am giving and putting out into the world. I recognize this principle of circulation as mine to take full advantage of. That as I give my full self into this life of spirit, that spirit also gives its full self back to me. And I stand firmly on the foundation of my faith and my belief that goodness is present. Goodness is omnipresent. It's everywhere. And all we need to do is open and be aware of the good in every moment, to experience it and to share it. So I claim and know for each one of us that we experience this today and moving forward, starting right now, because I said so. And I'm grateful for this truth, and I let it go and I let it be, and so it is.
Thank you for the newly ordained Reverend Linda Starr. License. Yes. I just wanted to thank you, Reverend Linda. And today we're in for a treat. Reverend Linda, our spiritual advisor, is going to be speaking on Let It Flow. And I was just thinking about that, let it flow. And that's just, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything flows. Our blood flows, the river flows. What things flow in our life? And I was talking about that with somebody the other day, about letting things flow and not building that resistance, because we got to go this way, right? Music today is going to be by Matt and Mo and our famous band. And on High Watch, we don't have anybody on High Watch today. Reverend Donna Starr, thank you. And yes, but before we move on, we're going to do our October affirmation, and I'm going to say it once, and then you all say it. It's up on the screen right here to repeat. The October affirmation: the universe is an infinite abundance consistently being flowing and expressing through all of creation. This is what I am made of: limitless good. Can we say that together? The universe is an infinite abundance of constantly being, flowing, and expressing through all of creation. This is what I am made of: limitless good. And so, thank you, Matt and Mo, and Paul. Thank you so much.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me that Matt can take me back to a song I'm sure I heard in the 80s, but I can't remember it. And I'm sure he knows 15 at least other songs that have the same chord structure, but, you know, that's another day. So thank you for coming and listening, and we'll go into a short meditation. I inspire you to uncross your legs, put your feet on the floor, allow the chair to support you like the God it is. And after we sing the song, you may close your eyes or have a downward gaze. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. In this moment, right now, God is, and I am. We are one in the infinity of all creation. Wherever I look, wherever I stand, is sacred ground. For it is all the expression of the divine. The earth, the water, the air, and even the fire. Our spirit expressing and I open myself to seeing a restoration of balance. Balance in the outside world, balance in my inner world.
I know when I step within, the infinity is as vast as that which I can see without. Knowing that only good can come from whatever is, no matter what the outward appearances may be. The ultimate resolution is always, always for good. I let go. And I let God be God in, through, and as me. I release. I let it be. And so it is. Thank you, Matt. There's a sweet little meme on Facebook of somebody's playing guitar and this little girl is just dancing with wild abandon, and it says, some people hear music, other people feel it. Matt feels music all the way to the core of his bone, and it shows in everything that he plays and does, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the amazing team we have here so that I could go down to have a high school reunion, whose years shall remain unnamed. And we have such an amazing team here who can cover things for me. Reverend Trish, who stepped up and spoke last week, and all of the practitioners who stepped in and helped and filled out and did everything. And Susan at the last minute wound up having to preside and did so very graciously and beautifully. And it feels so good to know we have such beautiful people here and we're able to, I can step away and y'all do okay, cool. I'm not planning on it anytime soon, but I just, that was a good feeling. That was one thing I didn't have to worry about. This month, our theme for the year, I keep wanting to come back to it because I really love this theme, and it is living everyday wonder. Living everyday wonder. Finding the wonder, finding the beauty, finding the grace, finding the God in everything that's going on around us. In sitting there with this tree that is totally and completely green, and suddenly a bright yellow leaf just drops down out of the middle of it that I didn't see anywhere, but it was there. Seeing the shift of the seasons, feeling the difference in the air, watching the moon rise last night, all of these things just fill us with this sense of awe at the grandeur of the world in which we live. Even the tiny, insignificant spots. I was at a training one day with the youth church down in Visalia, and they had us go out in the backyard, and all of us were to pick one little, 1 foot section in the backyard. and meditate on it, focus on it, dive into it for 20 minutes. Just watch it, be it, see the life that was coming up, and it was an amazing experience. Because you think, oh, it's just a lawn over there, and all of a sudden, all this stuff starts happening when you stop and look and allow yourself to experience it. So all that sounds really great, and then I say, and this month we're talking about finances, and you go, huh? Where's the wonder in that? Have you shopped for groceries lately? Have you seen the price of gas? Do you know? Okay, people, I have a story for you here. If God, Spirit, the infinite, the creativity process, if the divine is all it is, if it is in and through everything and everyone, then even money is spiritual. It's an energy by which God expresses. Our finances are the means by which the universe exchanges energy. A means, not the means, but a means. And so if God is all there is, then everything is sacred and everything is holy. I love, there's a song, a country song that Jack Fowler does so beautifully. It's Everything is Holy Now. And when you hear him sing it, you know it's true, that it's just everything is sacred. And yet we're told, well, money is the root of all evil. And it's like, no, that's one of the biggest misquotes of the Bible in all time. It never says anywhere that money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money, the pursuit of money, anything that we love more than we love one another, whether it be money, whether it be power, whether it be stuff, whatever it might be. We are limiting ourselves. We are locking ourselves out, and we are pushing ourselves away from, and that's where we get into trouble. Not having it, not using it wisely, not playing with it and sharing it, but having it be something that we must hang on to, cling to, and devote all of our time and energy to finding. So, what I want to talk about a little bit this week, because I've been struggling with this myself of late. I will own it. It's mine. I did this. Lack and limitation. The idea that, yes, everything is a flow, but my creek seems to be drying up. You know, what's going on here? Why am I not feeling in the flow? And what I realized, the beauty of this teaching, and I walked into my first Science of Mind church almost 29 years ago and started studying this teaching, just dove right in studying this teaching. And what I learned in it is that creation is happening all the time. Every moment of every day, God is forever creating the heavens and the earth. And God is forever creating the heavens and the earth through its creation. The book by Victor Shamas, which is we have a few copies left in the bookstore, Deep Creativity. The Trinity is creator, creating, creation. And the Creator is creating us all the time, and we are creating all the time, and creation is happening all the time. Everything I do is creator, creating, creation. The things that I think, even when I'm going, oh, I really don't like that person, I'm creating something there. And I'm creating something I don't like. And that's kind of dumb. At least for me. You may find joy in that and good in that, and that's cool. But to me, it seems dumb to spend my time thinking about things I don't like, thinking about things I'm afraid of, thinking about things that I don't want. Because what I'm doing is telling the universe, hey, this is what's on my mind. This is what I'm thinking about, so maybe we should put a little more energy into it and make it bigger. Because it presumes, the universe presumes, you know, silly logical being that it is, that what I am focusing on is what I want more of. So if I have time to worry, if I have time to complain, I have time to imagine something greater. I have time to imagine things working out perfectly. I have time to create a new way of being for myself and people around me. And so it is up to me to look at what it is that I'm creating by the way I think, by what my consciousness is doing. Our consciousness, our beliefs, and our stories. We got stories. I got stories. You got stories? We've all got stories. And we love to tell our stories. And oftentimes in those stories, we're as much the victim as we are the hero, because we've got to let the world know how rough our life is. You know, I remember, I mention him often, but the beloved Dr. Tom Costa, who founded the center down in Palm Desert, California, he used to say he wanted to have a martyr kit in his bookstore. And what that would be is 2 pieces of Velcro, one to go on the back of your hand and one to go on your forehead, so that when you did this, your arm did not get tired. And I think sometimes we get a benefit of everybody going, oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Oh, I'm so sad that happened to you. And yes, there are things in our life that are crises, and we really need to feel that pain. I am not putting that down whatsoever. But I am also saying, if I'm just having fun telling a story about how rough it was 35 years ago, I'm sorry, that's 35 years ago, or 50 years ago, or 100 years ago. I don't care. I'm here now. What am I doing now, and where am I going, and what would I like to be doing right now? I want to talk about that kind of stuff. I want to, you know, as some people have said in the past, I want to get into the juicy part of life. I want to get into the fun stuff. And so what we have to do is realize that our consciousness is the creative element. Our stories are the creative element. When we are telling our stories, we are creator creating creation. I heard a there, so yeah, so I got it, yeah, okay. So I want to share, from the outline this month, there was a beautiful quote that I want to make sure I get it right, so I've typed it out and I have it on a sheet of paper here so that I can say it to you properly. Our consciousness is filled with rules, with beliefs of lack and limitation and self-loathing and devaluing. These rules and beliefs choke the flow of the infinite good down to a mere trickle. Our work is to get our foot off the hose and let the natural abundance of the universe flow in our lives. Let it flow. Down in Visalia, there was the Hines family, and Brian, the husband, whenever stuff was going on and they were having things going on, Brian's saying was, okay, who's standing on the hose? Because there would be something that was blocking the good that everybody was expecting to happen, and one of us has to be standing on the hose at any given point. And I'm willing to admit when I'm standing on the hose, and we'd all need to be able to say, wow, I'm getting in the way of my own good. I'm getting in the way of what I'm seeking. I don't know how many of you read the Science of Mind magazine. I think we still have a few copies of this in the bookstore right now, but this is the October issue. And October is when the issue was launched almost 100 years ago. This is like the 99th year, I think, of Science of Mind magazine. But Jesse Jennings, who Danu and Susan and I think V just took a class from, he wrote The Essential Ernest Holmes. And so Jesse has taken, he's sub-working with Ernest on these. These are pieces of Ernest's writing, and the top half this month is Ernest, and the bottom half is Jesse's interpretation. I want to read you Ernest's words from a couple of days ago. It's about increased receptivity. The world needs more receptivity. We all need more receptivity. The power that creates exists before we use it. However, it can give us only that which we mentally take. And often our unbelief becomes our acceptance. Our fear becomes a misplaced faith. We bind ourselves by the very power that could as quickly free us. I want to say that again. We bind ourselves. We tie ourselves up. We slow ourselves down. We block ourselves using the very power that is there to just as easily free us. We're the one who locks the door, not Spirit. We should increase our receptivity and have a greater faith if we wish to experience a larger degree of livingness. Well, yeah. If I want more from life, I might want to be able to receive a little bit more from life. Our bowl of acceptance must be held up so the outpouring of Spirit may be measured into our individual experience. It is self-evident that the creative spirit must express itself in the terms of the instrument through which it flows. The creative spirit can only express itself in terms of the spirit of the vessel through which it flows. We are the instrument through which Spirit flows. We can either turn that flow on or we can stop it. So far as we are concerned, this instrument is faith, belief, and acceptance. So our job as spiritual beings, having a human experience, is to expand the nature of our humanity in such a way that we can see that of all the good that is in the world, of all the magnificent wonder that is in the world, as we receive it and let it flow through us, we pass it on to others. We allow people to receive what we have, and we receive what they have. I had a very dear friend when I lived in Petaluma who loved to give to people. She was a member of the Methodist Church, and she loved to donate things, and she loved to cook meals for people, and she loved to do all this. Well, she got sick. People tried to give her stuff, and she refused them. Oh, no, I can't accept, no. And I said, you know, Margot, do you know how good it makes you feel to give? I said, you're not allowing these people to feel the good you feel. People who've received from you want to give back to you, and you're shutting the door on them. And that's really not very nice. But she was 20 years older than me. God rest her, she's gone now. But she didn't see. She didn't see because she'd been raised to undervalue herself, to think less of herself, and that only by giving could she. And there's a lot of us givers out there that need to learn how to get off the hose and let the flow come back around, because it's just the natural part of life. The infinite good is always ours, but we can only receive as much as we're willing to accept. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago Jim Lockard saying, how good does your life have to get before you start getting nervous? You know, things keep going, everything keeps happening you start thinking, uh-oh, shoe's going to drop, something's going to happen here. You know, something's got to balance all this good out. You know, can't have this much good in a row. Yeah, you can. You can have as much good as you're willing to accept. I can have as much good as I'm willing to accept. I don't like to you on people because that's you. But I have the ability to receive as much as I can when I allow myself to know that God is expressing in me, through me, and as me, and that I am God being God, and I am the heart, the hands, the feet of God. And so when I give, I am God's vessel. You know, that thing about I kept looking around thinking God should do something, you know, somebody should do something. And then I realized I'm somebody. And if I'm seeing it, maybe it's mine to do. And so maybe on this trip, maybe I could receive just a little bit. Maybe I could allow a greater good to flow in my direction. Maybe I could say yes to the bounty of the universe that is attempting to give itself to me. Emerson, my beloved Waldo, I keep saying one of my favorite Emerson quotes, but I have found that every Emerson quote is my favorite Emerson quote, so we're just going to say, here we go. Let us take our bloated nothingness out of the path of the divine circuits. Let us unlearn our wisdom of the world. Get your bloated nothingness out of the way. God's good is greater than any ego trip I'm on about being not enough. I'm an expression of the divine. We are expressions of the divine. It is all an expression of the divine in, through, and as creation. Creation is God. Creator, creating, creation. At every step of the way, it is spirit. It is sacred. It is divine. It is us. And we deserve to receive, and we deserve to give in a natural flow. So we've got to clear our consciousness of the negative thinking, and I will close for you today with a bit of Hafiz. I love Sufi poetry. It touches my soul. I wish I could show you when you're lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. We are one. We are all creator, creating, creation. We are all worthy. We are all sacred, sacred beings. And so it is. I would like to call Reverend Linda Lundry-Starr, as we pointed out, newly licensed. So come on up. They don't like empty spaces at the podium. So we're, it looks funny when the stage is vacant. So, and they think maybe we don't like each other if we're not on the stage at the same time. So anyway, she's going to bless the offering, and then we'll do the offering song, and then another song by Matt and Mo.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Linda. Thank you, Reverend Linda. Yes. Our tradition, Science Mind. Very, very, very important that we understand the law and principle of circulation. As we bring our full selves to the world, Spirit brings its full self back to us. And so, yes, I'm going to bless the offering, but I'd like your help with that. So, if you would join me in consciously your gift, whatever it may be, whether it's gratitude, whether it's money, whether it's an idea that you are putting forth for the expansion and an amazing growth of the center. If you'd be willing just to metaphorically put it in the palm of your hand and put your hand over your heart. And repeat after me. I am a receiving monster. Good and more good comes to me. Good and more good flows from me. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Everything in this world flows around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate. formulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. And of course we do, because we are so blessed to have another song by the house band featuring Matt, Mo, and Paul.
This is a song with a little bit of flow built into it. Feelings of flow. When you're in the state of flow, it can be running, dancing, singing, all different ways of experiencing a little bit of flow. This is a song of mine from a few years back. I'm gonna run just a little bit farther. I'm gonna run a little bit farther than I ever have before. And if I don't know where I'm headed, I sure know where I've been. I'm gonna run like I may never run again. I'm gonna sing just a little bit louder. Sing a little bit louder than I ever have before. And if I don't know how that tune goes, I know what I'm singing for. I'm gonna sing like I may never sing no more. Dance just a little bit longer. Dance just a little bit longer than I ever have before. And if I don't know how the steps go, I know I still fit in. So I'm gonna dance like I may never dance again. I'm gonna love just a little bit stronger. Love just a little bit stronger than I ever have before. And if I don't know where I'm headed, I sure know where I've been. I'm gonna love like I may never love again. I'm gonna love like I may never love again. I'm gonna run like I may never run again.
Yes, that's a Matt Treader original. All righty. It's time for our announcements. This is how we let each other know what's going on. And so for those of you at home, I hope you'll hang out and listen, because this is how we let you know what's happening. I would like right now to invite Reverend Linda Lundry-Starr and Reverend Donna Starr up to the podium, please. Da-da-da-da, fanfare. They moved up here a few weeks, a couple months ago, and had completed all of their training and done their written exams, but they didn't have that final little step of the intensive and the oral panels, which they just completed this week. So they are now officially the Reverend Donna Starr and the Reverend Linda Lundry-Starr. And we have a slide. We have a slide. So we're doing a celebration after the service in the social hall. I believe they've got cupcakes and stuff. So to celebrate their embarking on this completion of one journey and the beginning of a new journey. And we are honored to be part of that with you both.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
All right, and then just a reminder that on Tuesdays at 10:30 at the 5th Street Market, the men's group is meeting. There's about a half a dozen of them who meet there every week. If you're not working on Tuesdays and can get to 5th Street Market, go up there to Allen Brothers Coffee and enjoy and join in the conversation. As I mentioned today, Victor Shamus's book, Deep Creativity, I think we have 4 copies left. Please put your name or your email address on the paper when you buy the book, because Victor's going to be doing a little Zoom meeting with everybody who buys the book, just to talk to you about what's going on and stuff he wished he'd put in it. But so anyway, he'll be coming after the first of the year. He'll be coming back up. The lawn cleanup is complete, but I would like everybody who was here yesterday for the lawn cleanup to please stand. There were batches of you. Oh, Michelle already left. Yeah. I came by and there were like 8 little elves running about doing all kinds of things, working inside and outside and cleaning up, and it's just, the place looks wonderful with the work they've done. So thank you all very much. Sandy Chavez's group, the global mysticism, the mysticism of global awareness, that is still happening on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. So please come to the center, come to the social hall, and they're still just kind of deciding how the group is going to work and picking a book. So it's just getting started, and everybody, even if you didn't make it to the first one, you're welcome to be part of this group, and just support one another in creating a new future. Okay, conference. I'm so filled with anxiety. We did these for 10 years. We started it on our 40th anniversary, and I wanted to do something different. And we did it, and it was so good, we said, well, let's do it again. Well, by the time we had done it 10 years, it was just like second nature. It was like it just happened. Well, now we haven't done it for 3 years, and me thinking, oh, well, we can just step right back into it. It'll be just like it always was. And I'm coming apart at the seams, and I know the truth, and I know God is within me, and I am creator, creating creation. So today's talk was basically for me, in case but what I want to tell you is we have 6 outstanding speakers in New Thought who are going to be here, speakers from the West Coast. We have Barbara Leger and David Robinson, who are going to speak Friday night. Saturday morning, we have Savannah Noel from Seattle and Kim Hermanson, who is the fabulous Getting Messy author, and she's going to be with us Saturday morning. Saturday evening, Alice Reed and Michael McMorrow are going to be speaking. All 6 of these people are amazing speakers. And then in the afternoon, there will be 4 workshops Saturday afternoon at 1:30 and at 3:30. There will be workshops in the social hall and in here. Kim Hermanson is going to do a workshop on creativity. And Andrea Weatherhead, who is a staff minister in Seattle, is going to do a workshop on creative writing and such. And then Barbara Leger and Michael McMorrow are going to do a couple of workshops in here. But I know people who've come to these things and literally had their lives changed, turned upside, yeah. So, So if there's any way you can join us, it is the best $150 you will ever spend on yourself. If you can't spend $150 but can spend $50 a month for the next 3 months, we'll take payments. Or you can put $75 down and come and be a volunteer for the weekend.
And you're worth it.
And you're worth it. And you're worth investing in this. It is.
Don't miss this.
It's, it says, oh, it's just a conference. I don't know. It's magical. And the music, I haven't even gotten to the best part yet. Andy Anderson and his son Ben and Gary Lynn Floyd and Lori Jones and a woman you've never met, Reverend Kit Holmes, she's undergoing chemotherapy and she's flying out here in the middle of her radiation to be one of the lead vocalists. She's an amazing human being, and she wrote our theme song, which is Who We've Come Here to Be. Yeah, I mentioned Gary, yeah. So and Danny and the dogs are coming with Gary. Ah! So if you've been on the fence, make up your mind. And if you can't come, but you'd like to make it possible for somebody else to come, consider donating. And I'll shut up now. I think basically the only other thing we've got is there's many opportunities for you to, no, mark your calendar for the next Sunday is the annual meeting. We have an annual meeting. We're going to be electing Maggie and McKay to the board. And anybody else who decides they, at the last minute, really have to be on the board, we have room for one more. So. And we still need a board secretary. Yes, thank you, Kathy. Thank you for being my brain. I appreciate it very much. Yes, Susan has, in starting her practitioner studies, it was just more than she wanted to do all of that and the office. And so if any of you can be the board secretary and come and take minutes at the meetings, and that's basically it. And then keep them online tracked and so forth. So talk to me or Susan as to what the duties are. And yes, there's many opportunities for volunteering. We just talked about that. And thank you to Meredith Farrell and Kimmer Morrison for doing the fabulous artwork. And now, Reverend Linda, if you would do a brief intro of us practitioners so we can be celebrating you.
Sure, absolutely. And a shameless plug for my good friend, Reverend Andrea Weatherhead, who is, in her professional life, outside of Science of Mind, she is an amazing graphic designer and has amazing work. And so I just heard she's putting on a creative workshop this weekend. I understand that there are opportunities for single days for those that can't make it. So see Susan if you have questions about that. And another shameless plug for my good friend, Reverend Kit Holmes. She's also one of my fellow students and recent graduate of Holmes Institute. She's a musician. She's amazing. I believe she is currently in round 6 of her chemo, and she's alive and vibrant and very excited to come and see you. So with that said, I have now plugged these folks. They are amazing, and if you have an opportunity to come and meet these new reverends in our movement next weekend, I would definitely encourage you to do so. And with that said, licensed practitioners take a lot of classes. They do a lot of inner work, and they are trained to pray with you, for you, and to know the truth of the perfection of spirit in your life when you can't see it for yourself. So I encourage you, if you are a licensed practitioner in this room and you're willing to pray with people after service, could you please stand? Please speak your name into the room.
Kathy Day,
Brady Gaines,
Reverend Trish,
Reverend Liz,
Reverend Linda,
Oda Chambers, Maggie Covarubia, Reverend Donna.
Yes. Reverend Donna has cupcakes on her mind. So, and if it works for you, I encourage you to set up a session with one of us as well. So for more information, you can talk to any one of us, and thank you.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
me. I let go. I let it flow. And so it is.